Do people understand the threat we're facing with the biodigital convergence that the establishment has created around this globe, and how advanced these technologies are against us, and how they're constantly monitoring us, analysing us, and watching our every single move? I mean, as it stands today now, we have 7.4 billion smartphones being used across the globe. We have 6.4 million people connected to the internet. That's 73.2% of the world's population are on the internet. We've They have different technologies as well that they're using to monitor us, and one of them is the Internet of Things. Now that's with your smart cars, your smart home, your smart devices. It's in every industry in our world as well. It's in agriculture. It's in uh, the health system. It's in industries, business, small businesses. It's in absolutely every sector of society. And they've been watching us and monitoring us for years to create our digital twins. But with the Internet of Things, it has 18.4 billion active devices connected to the internet every day. Now that's where these things are constantly watching us, analyzing us, monitoring us, and learning basically from us. So if we really wanted to stop this biodigital convergence, the first step we should take is to put down our smartphones, get off the social apps, and start meeting with each other face to face again. Because basically, what biodigital convergence is, it's merging biology with digital technology, and basically, um, they're going to be able to program biology. Now, folks, anything that's programmable is controllable. And do we really want to give them this power? I mean, honestly, ask yourselves that question. Do you really want to give them this power? They're going to make out lies and tell us that it can benefit the health for people like who have mental health issues with their chips and all these things. They will make out that there is going to be some things like the heart monitors. They will make it look like it's going to be for our benefit, but a simple click and all this stops. Do you really want your health to rely on technology that they can switch on and switch off? I mean, because that's what this is. They believe they have a right to nature and a right to biology to be able to change it and program it to the betterment of what they want us to be. So basically defining what it is, changing what it is to be a human. Um, I mean, there's so many different technologies that they use against this. There's edge computing, cloud computing, blockchain, which is all basically the same thing that it's stored to the cloud. And edge computing is just a faster way. It's done closer to the person or the device that's being used. That it doesn't need to go straight to the cloud. Um, so it's just a faster way of them to process. And edge computing also can make up its own. It can analyze things and make up decisions like for your smart cars and your smart devices and stuff like that. Um, they've got robotics, drones. Uh, there's a serious amount of technology out there that's being used against us, and we don't even seem to give it a glance or notice and see what's actually happening. I mean, there's 643 million public Wi-Fi domains across the globe, and by 2030, they estimate to have 3.15 billion because they want every single one of us connected to this Internet of Things so they can monitor us at our every single move. And is this really the control we want to give them? Because right now, as it stands, we are allowing absolutely all of this. And we're actually enabling it by using our smartphones, by using these social apps. So if we really wanted to stand against these things, we need to shut these down and come off all the social apps, get away from our smartphones. Now, I know it's easier said than done because a lot of people are addicted to their smartphones and social apps, and I'd admit I am as well. We're already hooked into the digital trap, whether people believe it or not, whether we can see it or not. This is where they have us. So the first step of fighting back against this is shutting down our social apps, getting rid of our smartphones, and start meeting face to face again. Bring humanity back into this world because as it stands now, we're all just zombies walking around with our phones in our hands and feeding these data centers to be able to create AI, which is another thing that they're using because all these smart devices are able to read off our emotions. They're able to read absolutely everything and analyze us, and that's where AI is getting all this information. We say, I see people out there using AI for the betterment of themselves, but it's not really. It's just for convenience for them because it's easier to go to AI instead of doing actual research. And what's convenient today is communism tomorrow, folks. I just don't understand the very people that are out there fighting against this and saying that they're against biodigital convergence and all this, the digital side of the world, are the very ones putting QR codes onto their leaflets or using AI for their convenience. And I mean, that's just playing into the enemy's hand right now, because if we want to keep humanity in this world, we're going to have to get rid of the digital technologies, because that's what's changing humanity as we know it today. I mean, as it stands now, they're able to make biology programmable, especially in the agriculture sector. So our food we're going to eat are eating is not natural. None of it's going to be natural. But again, the farmers have complied to this because they took the blood money. But we still have a chance to stop this. We can easily shut this down if we took control back into our own lives, turned off our social apps, and got rid of our smartphones and start getting the old phones that you can just pick up the phone and ring, because nobody even rings people anymore. We all just use WhatsApp or one of them apps that we can voice note each other. And again, that's all going to the data and being monitored and analyzed. Everything, every little thing we do in this world today is being watched by the very people we're saying we're against. So it's time now, folks, we really make a decision. Are we really against this, or are we going to continue to use these things for our convenience? Because that's really what's happening right now.